Hello, Ray Phoenix here, and welcome to Let's Play LEGO Star Wars 2 Story Mode, Part 10. This time around, we're going to escape from the planet Hoth and be stuck in the asteroid field. You're going to have to play asteroids, like that old Atari game from 1979 Asteroids, which is probably made when Empire Strikes Back was being filmed. I wonder if there was any connection between those two things. And there's more likely to be a connection between those two things than there are of Galaxian and Empire Strikes Back. Or it's even like Star Fox. You remember Star Fox 64? There was that level where you have to navigate through the asteroid field? That was awesome. So what we have to do here is we have to destroy those turrets on that AT, and that was called the Star Destroyer. But destroy the turrets on that thing. Be careful not to get killed. Oh, by the way, it's very easy to get red brick in this level too. It's actually probably one of the easiest red bricks to get. It's just hiding behind that Star Destroyer over there, so I just flew right by it. You can see it right there. Oh look, there it is. I can see it. It's right behind. Come on, come on, fly there. Come on, annoying Falcon, fly it. Alright, yep, I see it. It's right there, and yeah, I got it. We got another red brick. So, from my understanding, today is January 4th. I believe today is the birthday of Solar Farle and Kumatora's Cake, a YouTuber and deviant that's a big fan of my work. So, happy birthday to you, Solar Farle, aka Kumatora's Cake. Happy birthday to you. I wish you the best for your birthday today. And thank you for being a fan of mine. One of the few fans I truly have. What am I talking about? I still got one other fans, right? Nah, not really. So yeah, thank you for that then. And also today, I'm expected to see Star Wars Episode 9 today, finally, which is a movie I've been wanting to see for some time now. It's been out for less than a month now. It's actually the latest time I've waited to see a Star Wars movie in the theaters since I started watching Star Wars movies in the theaters. So as you see, now we're being chased by the Empire. Now we're being chased to a different part of space, different region in space. Now you see we're heading now into an actual asteroid field where everyone's frantically looking at the screen, being like, dude. And there's TIE fighters on it. See, what Han Solo's thinking is, if we go into the asteroid belt, we could lure those TIE fighters into there. And there's also proton torpedoes in asteroids. Why? Because why not? Why wouldn't there be proton torpedoes in asteroids? It just makes perfect sense, right? Yeah, I guess it kind of does. So you have to shoot down these asteroids, collect as much studs as we can, because it's very well easy to get a true Jedi in this level, which gives us another gold brick. But then again, I already said that billions of times already. It's already drilled in your brains by now. And so we just have to navigate through here. I think they're going to be sending TIE bombers against us too. I'm sure they send TIE bombers after us at this point. I think they did have TIE bombers. Yeah, they did have TIE bombers, but I don't think they go after. There's another, look at that. The Empire was that crafty. They built a whole secret section in there where only TIE fighters could enter. Man, this Empire is a lot smarter than we think they are. And yet they keep flying to an asteroid belt where they're going to get it all destroyed. Because you know that's what happens, right? When you fly for asteroids, especially when you're a big ship like that. They destroyed a bunch of those Imperial cruisers by just flying through the asteroid belt. Oh wow, I love asteroid belts. It's actually an awesome place to hide. If only we could have asteroid belts in real... I mean, I don't mean like the ones that actually exist in space, but like that one between the void gap between Mars and Jupiter in real life. No, I don't mean that. What I really mean is like maybe we should set something up like this in real life so people can hide. And at the same time, police can know about it too, so it's not really that great of a place to hide. It's almost like that panic room someone came up with back when I was in high school, where if you're kind of pissed off about something, you just stick your head into the room, and then you could yell, a swear word, like, great. Or if you're really that irate, you could go in there and downright start cursing like a drunken sailor. Oh, how funny that would be. Those kids were some of the funniest kids I met. They're the kids that introduced me to all sorts of cool stuff. They introduced me to Tourette's guy. Ever remember the Tourette's guy? Oh, Bob, sag it off. Yeah, remember that guy? Yeah, I heard the Tourette's guy got caught on To Catch a Predator once. No, he didn't actually get caught. I'm not sure. It was some guy that looks exactly like him that got caught on To Catch a Predator by, Chris Hansen. I'm Chris Hansen. Why don't you have a seat over there? So tell me, what were you going to do with this girl? Like that was classic Chris Hansen. I've been in television for 24 years. I've never seen fail on this level before. Yeah, I wish Jay Leno could say that to one of his guests on his talk show sometime, especially if it's like a pathetic talk show. And by the way, speaking of pathetic talk shows, I heard some pretty bogus stories. Well, not really bogus stories. I've heard a lot of like I don't know what you call them, like oddity stories. I don't know what you call them. Anyways, I was reading a news story. I accidentally came across a news article yesterday about a little boy, a 4-year-old boy, that was sent home from school on the school bus at the end of the day in his underwear. I don't know why they would do that, why they would just let them do that. But let them do it. It seems like such a bizarre thing. And then I heard an even worse story, too, about some girl that had her backpack, and then the school bus doors closed on her backpack, and it was dragging her around, and she survived of minor injuries. Apparently some kids have been killed from things like that. Man, I'm scared of school buses now after reading stuff like that. It's so scary. I mean, we live in a very scary world, right? It's easy to be scared, especially after I heard about 9/11. You know, it's very easy to be scared, especially after 9/11, the post-9/11 world, and people are paranoid about things. Yeah, I don't even remember 9/11. That's because I wasn't watching it when it happened, because I was just a stupid little kid back then, so I wouldn't understand anything. I was just busy, and I think I was in kindergarten then, I was in some school thing or something. I forget where I was exactly, I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of stuff nowadays. People tell me that you knew about that then. People ask me, when did you first hear something? Then I would say, well, I first heard of it when you told me about it. And they're like, no, you didn't, you knew about it earlier. So then, because they don't accept my real, the answers that are the truth, I just make up my own answers, and I just pick a random date, and I say that's when I first heard of something such and such. Like, for example, when you first hear about Rob Ford's problems of being mayor of Toronto, I would say February 5th, 1999. That date really means nothing at all. That's just a random date I just grabbed. That's just a completely random date. And then another one could be, like, when did you first hear of Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction at the 2004 Super Bowl? And I would say February 9th, 2002. Or another example is when you first hear of the Murdoch scandal, and I would say June 9th, 2000, or, just there's some random dates that I am very good at randomly coming up with dates for things. I do it all the time for things, where I need a date for something, and I say, let's say 19-dickety-2, which, by the way, it's technically dickety-dickety now. If you all know that Kaiser is still in Grandpa Simpson's word 20s, so yeah, it's technically dickety-dickety right now. Man, 2020. I wish I still had my 2020 vision. Unfortunately, my eyesight's degrading quite a little bit. Not really degrading, it's still very good. But apparently I don't have 2020 vision anymore. And my vision's not that good. It's not bad enough for me to get glasses. So yeah, I'm kind of just stuck like this. That means I can never be like Clark Kent. I can never hide my face. But then again, I don't get it. How does Clark Kent just use glasses to hide his face? And Superman doesn't even wear a mask at all? That's just so unrealistic about Superman. No wonder why I knew so many kids in elementary school that would run around and scream, Superman sucks! Of course, a lot of them hated Superman. That was back when, True Jedi. And that was back when DC was, DC movies weren't really that popular anymore. Spider-Man 2 just came out, and everyone was loving Spider-Man 2. And, yeah. Oh, those were the days. Nah, not really. I've had better days than that. Those weren't some of my best days. I've had a lot of better days. Like in the early 2000s, when Cartoon Network actually showed good cartoons. Or back in the early 2000s, or back in some other time when the news wasn't all just blood and death and violent stuff. I liked it better back when things were, a lot nicer seeming. But then again, when you're a kid, your mind often taints the things you see, so you think it in your own perspective. That's when you write something down, you never notice your flaws in your writing, but then when you have other people look at it, then they point out all the flaws to you, then you realize your work sucks. I mean, Chris Chan never has people that do that for him. That's why Chris Chan just goes ahead and draws and writes all the Sonic 2 comics, and never even realizes that they suck so much for that very reason. And so, this is pretty much the end of the level. I just need to wait for this obnoxious thing that has those targets Sonic to go back. Okay, and we made it. Yeah, so you see, we're being chased by the Star Destroyer. We're about to get shot at. We're flying around back and forth. Flying up very close to it. Whoa, that guy almost got hit. And look at that, the graphics are corrupted. The graphical textures are corrupted now. So you see, they're going to take out the garbage. They're waiting for the garbage to be dumped out. Okay, the garbage is being dumped out now. Choo, so it's going to float out now. But what they don't realize is, in all that garbage and all that rubbish that's being leaked out, look at that. Boba Fett's after us. Ooh, Boba Fett. We hate that Boba Fett. Where's Mace Windu when you need him? And so we got the red brick, we got 2 gold bricks, we unlocked the Millennium Falcon. Oh, that's nice, that's very nice. And now it's True Jedi, yeah, we don't know about this, yeah. Yeah, what more is there to say? We got a lot of mini kits. More mini kits than usual. And we got 2 gold bricks. Man, 15 out of 19. Ooh, 16 out of 19 golden bricks. Yep, that's really good. This is Ray Phoenix signing out.